Okay, hello and welcome back. On today's voyage, we are gonna try to cross the Bosphorus via the ferry boat. I'm not exactly sure how to do it yet. Some locals kind of pointed me in the direction this way of where I'm at now, and I'm right on the shore of the Bosphorus here, as you can see behind me. So we're basically looking to cross that with a ferry boat. I think I'm going to visit Kadikoy and Moda neighborhoods, but we'll just see where I end up today. So this video is going to basically be about taking the ferry over to the Bosphorus and seeing what there is to offer over there. Right now I'm just kind of on the shoreline. I'm looking for information as far as where to get a ticket, how you go about getting a ticket, how you buy a ticket, and then the ride itself down there. So come along with me if you're interested in how to get across this place, going from the Europe side of Istanbul into the Asia side of Istanbul. So there you can see that is the Asian side of Istanbul. And if you didn't know, Istanbul is kind of divided by two continents. It's the only city in the world that's divided by two continents, the Europe side and the Asia side. Where I'm staying in the Sicily area is actually in the Europe side, but that whole area over there is what they call the Asia side. So depending on who you talk to, what is a better side? I've heard that the Asia side, where I'm going to, the Moda, Kadikoy area, if I'm pronouncing these right, are more like the hipster type scene, more of a modern type of area. So I just want to go see it with my own eyes and determine that for myself. So I'm going to continue walking and see where, if I can get a ticket and find a boat that's going to bring me there. Okay, so now I'm heading in the opposite direction. I got to where the tours were of the Bosphorus, but apparently that's not where I want to be. I have to walk down here in order to get the water taxi that brings me to the Asia side. So I think things were just kind of lost in translation from the first person that gave me directions and told me to come down here. Now I talked to kind of someone that works at like a visitor center, and now they told me to go, it's 20 minutes this way instead of 5 minutes that way. Just one of the joys of traveling, I guess. You really don't understand what people are saying sometimes. But the views here are amazing. In fact, where I'm walking right now is right next to the football stadium, the Istanbul football stadium, or Vodafone Park. I forget, somebody told me how many people it holds, but I honestly don't remember. Like I said, the walk here isn't too bad. There's so many things that you can see, like the football stadium. I just walked through a park, and you have like things like this where it's like clock towers. I actually just ran into a local person here. I had to stop them because they were wearing a Green Bay Packers shirt, and throughout my travels I haven't seen anybody wear anything from remotely close to the state I'm from. So I stopped him, and he spoke English, and he's from here. He told me the city that he's from, but I didn't recognize it. And I asked him why he had that shirt on, if he's never been there. He said he just liked the shirt. And he's heard of the Green Bay Packers, but he's actually doesn't support the team or follow the team. So it was just kind of interesting to see some person here in Istanbul wearing a Green Bay Packers shirt. Go Pack. Okay, this looks like the right place. I'm seeing some water taxis coming around, or coming over rather, from the Asia side. And I see a lot of shops down here. So I'm doing what you shouldn't do and assuming this is the right place, but I don't really have any other options at this point. So it definitely looks promising. I think this is it. Some of the Turkish looks, yes. Hopefully this is it. But first I'm gonna go to the water and get some shots. We'll see. 5 minutes later I might start up this video again and say we're in the wrong spot, so we'll see. But there's definitely a beautiful day just to overlook the water. There's a lot of yachts out here, very expensive boats. Take a look. To the Kadikoy side of the Asian side rather of Istanbul. It was a quick about 30-minute ferry ride. I'm actually on the top deck right now. Spectacular view, beautiful water. The price to get here was I think about 5 Turkish lira, which is around 60 cents, 70 cents, so it's less than $1 for a 30-minute ride here. The weather is perfect. Perfect amount of clouds in the sky for beautiful pictures. Got some good shots. And so yeah, we're gonna go check out the Moda area and the Kadikoy area of Asia, Istanbul now. But this was basically it as far as the ferry ride. I'll show you the port on this side like I showed you on the other side. And we'll kind of do a quick tour, but everybody's hurrying off the boat, so. You exit through the front of the boat, right to the port. It was actually really easy, because you use one of the things you can use the Istanbul cart on, so it's pretty much paperless. You don't carry any cash on you. So this is it, and I believe they leave like every 30 minutes, so it's nothing to get back to where you stay. You're not going to be late, you don't have to make a reservation, you don't have to make appointments, anything like that. So it's very touristy yet out on this side. But yeah, that was basically pretty painless to come through here and for a short amount of time and a relatively inexpensive price. Okay, I have reached the Moda area. It's a kind of a neighborhood here in Kadikoy. I was kind of told to come to this neighborhood because I heard it was a little bit more modern. I guess the word I want to use is, and I don't want to use this in the wrong way, but more hipster type of town, more progressive. I can already tell off the get-go it's kind of just like a lot of tourists and a lot of young people. A lot more art things are here. It's a lot more artsy. It definitely seems to be a lot more like shade and green areas in this type of neighborhood. Like I said, a lot more people that actually have just kind of live here, you can tell more of an expat scene. Just my first observations of it so far, but it's a beautiful neighborhood. It's a little bit different than Şişli, where I'm living now. I don't think there's as much of a contrast here as anywhere else in Turkey as far as my first impressions go. I don't see how it's that much different. A lot of people told me like this was the most progressive kind of neighborhood to visit, and honestly I don't see much of a difference other than, you know, maybe a younger generation and more of like a more colorful of a part of town where you can tell it's a little bit more artsy, but I don't think there's too much contrast involved that separates the city from any other that I've been in. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just an observation. So I'm just kind of meandering around right now and seeing what I can't find. Back there it was more busy, a lot of the typical tourist shops, cafes, food, things like that, where now it just seems to be a little bit more quiet. I'm guessing this is more of a residential area, but I'm just kind of walking around today anyway, so we'll see what else I can find here. But as of right now, it's just, to me, a typical Turkish neighborhood. It's nice. Maybe if one thing I can tell by walking through, a lot more newer buildings. Like these buildings are much newer than the ones that you'd see in Şişli, at least in my neighborhood. So in a way, maybe it's a little bit more modern that way. As far as the architecture, it's more modern. So you can judge for yourself. Okay, I made it down to the shoreline here. Another kind of a quick tip, which I think is really nice about the Moda area, is there's this beautiful walkway that goes up and down all the way along the shoreline here, and then there's these little rocks, or big rocks rather, that people are just kind of chilling out on it. Overlooks the entire I would be lying if I said that was the Bosphorus again, because I don't know. I'm kind of turned around as far as my location. But like you can see behind me, there's like all these garden areas, the green areas where people are just kind of chilling and relaxing. It reminds me kind of just like being on like a college campus or something like that, where it's more of a younger crowd. When I say that before, I don't mean like a younger college hipster type of crowd, just a younger crowd in general, not like the category that I'm in. So, but it's a beautiful walkway. It's well-kept area. And the greenery here just seems to be just like a peaceful place to like play frisbee, and again, people showing off in front of the camera, or behind the camera rather, but just kind of to read a book, hang out, have lunch, have a little picnic. I think it's a really neat area. I'm gonna see how far this walkway kind of goes. If it goes along this whole area, I think this would be an amazing place just to get some exercise in, especially at like sunrise and sunset, to go for like a run if you wanted to get some exercise in. Yeah, that's kind of where like the end of the boardwalk ended over there, I believe, and now it just kind of goes straight back up into the town. That away there's bike lanes, but then now I'm seeing stairs that come up here, so maybe the boardwalk does continue. I know if I did go the other way, through, what would you call it, maybe the western part of the city, it looked like the walkway kind of stretched all along the shore that way as well. I just kind of happened to walk right in the middle of that area, I believe. I don't have a map on me or anything. Google Maps is very sketchy as far as this area, and so yeah, so that boardwalk would have ended straight down where it just was. I'm gonna head back into the neighborhood now, walk back down these stairs, just to give you an idea what to expect when you get to the end of that walkway down by the shoreline. And it almost looks like you just go up a little small hill here and you're going to be right back to the hustle and bustle of the city of or the neighborhood rather of Moda. So we're in the heart of Kadikoy here. We left the Moda area and we pretty much ended up here, which is, to me, it seems like a downtown type of area. Once again, shops all over the place. It's not as busy as Taksim was over by, like, say, I don't know, like where we were the other day as far as what am I trying to look for here? It's not as busy as what it was in like downtown by the Grand Bazaar. It's definitely not that busy, but it is busy, especially coming up ahead here. I mean, it's just jam-packed with people. Public transportation all over the place, but I'm kind of making my way back to the ferry now. I'm gonna turn around up here, check out a few more streets, and then head back to the Europe side and kind of show you what the ferry is like getting back to where I came from. Hopefully I can go to the same port as where I came from. The reason I keep hesitating is because I'm waiting for noises to go down. It's a very noisy area on the street, so if you hear me hesitate when speaking, it's because I'm kind of waiting for the noise to go down. I just want to try to show you as much of the street as possible, but yeah, I'm going to turn around up here, head back to the port, and then show you once again the water taxi on how to get back to the Europe side here. So hope you enjoy this area of Kadikoy, the Moda area, and we'll get back there within the next couple minutes, but I don't plan on doing any shopping or any cafes here, so I'm gonna get something to eat on my way back. So enjoy the scene. Okay, so once you are actually here, if you don't like to walk around the city like I do, and you have a specific place in mind where you want to go, the taxi area is right off the port. So I'll spin around. So that's the ferry we took, and the taxi area is right here. So it's just a few walks away. And there's also plenty of people here that will be offering you things as far as rides and things like that. So if you want to take a cab just to get around the city, also the city buses here, and that's about it. That's the ferry ride from Beşiktaş, I believe I'm saying that right, to Kadikoy. That's where I am right now. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you got a little bit from it. I'll still show some footage on my way back as well. Okay, and we just got off back to Beşiktaş, and that about does it for the ferry trip. Once again, it was 30 minutes to get back, another about 60 cents to $1 for the ride, and it was a great day kind of exploring Kadikoy, the Moda neighborhood, and then showing you guys what it's like, and for me to experience what it was like to actually take the ferry to and from the neighborhoods. Now it's really loud, the call to prayer is going on right now, so I'm gonna end this video right now. Once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you got a little something from this video. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. All right, guys, peace.